Val, who was a headquarters client. She did a $30,000 cash month. I actually think it was more than that. She's a mother. She is an incredible human being. I absolutely adore this woman. She's created a business that has recurring income, that has a sustainable business. She actually has set up systems where people are flowing throughout her product suite, and I'm so excited to bring her on. She's one of those clients that you just love and adore, and I want to celebrate her and really just have her go through what these last 6 months have been like, us working together, share some of her celebrations. You are going to fall in love with this woman once she comes up here on the live with me. So let me bring Val on. Okay, let me see if I can get her. There she is.
Hey, Rich, how are you?
I
So
am so
excited
good, and
to,
I'm so
so
excited to
excited.
interview you.
What a way to start my Monday.
Oh, I know. I'm like, this is my first thing I'm doing today. So, do you want to introduce yourself? Like, just give us a feel of
Of
who you
course.
are, and then we'll
So
get into it.
I am a coach to solopreneurs. I help them scale their business to 5 to 10K months, but I'm also a mother of a 9-month old, almost 10 months old. I'm a world traveler, just like you. I absolutely love traveling the world. I have an incredible partner, and I guess I'm a multi-dimensional human with a passion for online marketing, social media, and helping women grow their business on social media. So that's who I am, but there's so many layers to who I am. I think we've explored some of them in the last 6 months. And yeah, I'm excited to dive deeper with you today. Oh my
Well, it was
God, yes.
love at first sight online when we first met, and I have been obsessed with you and just adored everything that you do since we met online. So you've been in the headquarters, or you
Yes.
were in the headquarters for the last 6 months. Walk us through where you were. Let's say
Yeah.
when we first found
Yeah,
each other.
actually,
So that would have
I
been like
found you in
fall of last year.
2021 originally, and I think I made a post in your group about that. So I was new on TikTok, and I was looking for online coaches to follow to kind of see how to use TikTok as an online coach. And I think you were one of the pioneer to like really use TikTok to grow your business. And I remember I posted that in the Facebook group. Back then, I was already making like 30 to 40K months. And I was like, oh, like she's cute, she's having her first 100K year. And I was like, but I loved her content. I was like, she's so good at content, so let me follow her. And then I got pregnant and I really had to take a break from my business. So I kind of stopped going on TikTok, and I never followed you on Instagram before then. And then I came back 2 months postpartum, and I was like, I don't have a sustainable business model as a mom to like sustain these 30 to 40K cash months. Like they were relying on my life energy. I had to, wake up and like make money every single day. And I was good at it, but I had almost no reoccurring income. So I found you again. And I was like, look at this queen who built this almost $1 million business in the time that I was going through my pregnancy and like the shift of identity, and I was kind of slowing down my business. You like quantum leap, and I got obsessed with you, and I loved your energy, and I started following you on Instagram. And that's when I found the membership in the headquarters, and I signed up right away. I was like, this is where I need to be. I want to be with this woman for at least like half a year and just be with her and learn from her to really establish a sustainable business model that allows me to have monthly recurring income.
Yeah.
Because I'm a mom now, and this takes 80% of my day.
Val, that is one of my favorite things that I really want to celebrate on this live interview is the fact that, you've done the 30, 40, whatever K months,
Yes.
but that was from a place
Yes.
of selling your time. Like you have to be on 24/7. And I know so many of my audience, they want to be mothers. I want to be a mother. And so it's like,
Yeah.
if you can start doing this now, whether you have a kid or you don't, it's like start building the foundations. And over the last 6 months, I remember when you were kind of shifting the product suite, and we were like wobbling in between. Okay,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna make my product suite more recurring and more one to many. And so now you have this product suite where you
Yeah,
still
I
have
do have
someone doing
someone doing
sales
sales
calls
for
for
me.
you,
This is amazing.
like outsourcing that. You have all of these different products where people can come in one to many and bring in recurring income. What has that shift been like for you to go from that to more recurring style?
It's been a breath of fresh air, but I have to say it's been a lot of like sitting down and building foundations and having to be patient for the 30 to 40K month to like come back again. And that's something that I think I was scared of at first, because I was like, I had that before. Why right now is it taking more time? Why? And I was like, of course my reality is different now. I have my baby, I have my family. So it was challenging at times because I'm someone who's really fast paced. I've always had massive quantum leap in my life. I'm a pro at manifestation, but now that my time and energy is focused on somewhere else most of my time, I had to learn patience and really sitting down and being so intentional with the foundation and structures you're putting into place. And that's, I remember something you shared with me. It changed my life. I swear. We were in the headquarters and I asked about, you know, when sales are low, when, you know, it's not as going as, you know, a fast pace as you're used to, and there's not this huge momentum going, like, what keeps you going? You were like, you're holding the long-term vision. You're not holding the, you're having a bad week, or you're having a low month, or this is not working, or, you know, there's less clients right now. You're holding a long-term vision. And this is what has kept me going so strong, is I have such a beautiful, extraordinary long-term vision for my business and for my family. So I have to say it's been challenging. It taught me patience, but now I wake up every single day and I'm like, I don't care if I didn't sleep well. Like I slept horrible last night. My baby woke up like almost 20 times, but I wake up and I'm like, I'm creating such an extraordinary life and business for myself and my family and for the woman I'm impacting, that it's okay. I can sit down and, like, you know, talk with my team and find my perfect closer and find my perfect assistant, because I know the long-term vision is so big and so magnificent that it's worth it. It's worth sitting down and being patient and setting the foundation. It's so worth it.
Yes. And everybody wants the kind of chase. Let me get a quick month. Let me do that. And I think that sometimes there is a time and place for that. I think that sometimes that's okay.
Let me see if I can get that. No, I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah. But then when you're building something for long term, it's like, okay, I have to show up every day, build the community, build the foundations, which I would love to talk about how you structured your product suite now, because I know that was a big piece, but it's like, build all of this stuff, but the money's not coming in yet, but it will over time. And that's like, that to me is so much more important in business, of like, you can start every month now with X amount of MRR. And if you don't want to sell anything else, you don't have to. But your nervous system is able to be like, yes, I have money coming in. I have incredible clients. Let me just build. Everything else is overflow. So can you describe your products? I also just like to geek out on products.
I have to say that when I gave birth and I was 2 months postpartum, I had, like, I started on ground zero, my business. Like, I had no product suite, I had no ongoing program, no one-on-one. So I was like, okay, time to build something. I first built my academy, which is a higher ticket program, a 6-month transformational program for online business owners that wants to scale to 5 to 10K. So that's the first product that I built in my product suite, because it allows for more income. Obviously, it's a higher ticket program. So for me, it just made more sense to build something that will allow like a more financial support every month, because the product is a little bit more expensive. So that's what I first set up in November. And, you know, I launched that in November, and up until January, that's what I had. That's the only product I had. And I focused on marketing and branding my academy. And then January came around and I was like, I want to build a membership. I want to have a lower ticket offer that's more accessible. So I built my membership, and I focused January and February on, you know, launching my membership and talking about it. And that was a big learning curve, because when you launch a accessible membership, you're not going to scale this membership to 50K months like the first 2 months. And I had a lot of signups. I had like almost 100 people sign up in 2 months, which is amazing for a membership, but it's a low ticket offer. So what it taught me is that this first, you know, level of offer allows people to learn from me, see where my magic is, what my work is about, and then these people want to jump in my higher ticket offer, the academy. So, you know, I had a dip in income in February, and it made sense because that whole month was me promoting this new membership and hyping it up and celebrating it. So this is basically my offer suite is my membership, then my academy, and then I have my higher tier offers, which are mastermind, one-on-one coaching, Voxer one-on-one, and that's it. When I have the energy in the space, I'll launch a masterclass, I'll launch a mini mind, I'll launch, you know, these fun offers that I can just sell on the go. Again, when I have time and space, because I'm a mother mainly. So these two offers are allowing me to start my month with like 10 to 15K in recurring income, which is amazing for me. It's amazing.
That it's just so, I geek out on this, Val, because you have the foundation. And so everybody wants like a quick thing, but if you have the foundation in place of these two programs, I think what also is really cool about this is you have time now to perfect these two programs. So because they're in your product suite, it's like your low ticket membership, your 6-month academy, they're your signature programs. And so you have time to make them better and improve customer experience versus a lot of business models are, I'm going to launch this thing, sell it, throw it away. Launch this thing, sell it, throw it away. But yeah, I have as well. But you stay the course with these two programs, you perfect them over time. And I find you learn a lot about yourself too in that process of it's not new. And so you're launching the academy over and over again. You have to find new ways to fall in love with it or to promote it or talk about it or new angles, which I think is true entrepreneurship. You're having to adapt to the market, to the clients, and to the program that you're launching.
It's so cool. And it's cool. The self-work is amazing. Like you learn so much about yourself. I keep saying that being an entrepreneur and having to, again, repeat a lot. And that's something I teach my clients all the time. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to repeat what you're selling. Like you have to repeat yourself, repeat your transformation, your message, and find new ways, like you say. But it's like the most intense and beautiful spiritual journey to be an entrepreneur. And I love that. It's like the most intense plant medicine journey sometimes I find, but it's so rewarding because you come out the other side so transformed, like the best human being you can be and the best mom you can be and the best partner you can be. So I've been loving finding new ways to talk about my academy and promote it. And, you know, right now I'm like, my membership is on pause and I'm relaunching it at the end of the month, revamping it. So a new experience for members and new members.
Yeah. I mean, it just keeps getting better. And then your clients have this home with you. You have recurring income coming in. Your nervous system is relaxed. You can support them and then drop these extra things when you want to. So over the last 6 months, before we wrap up here, what have been some of your biggest aha moments or a moment that we had together in Slack or a moment that, you know, you shared one earlier, this changed my life, anything like that?
I have to say this one was the biggest piece of like, I was someone who's really focused on every month, looking at the income every month. And then, you know, when you're on your Stripe account, you have like the month prior and then it tells you how much % you're above or like under. And then I was so caught up in that. And even sometimes I have to like bring myself and like stop focusing on that because again, it's not a long-term vision unless you're picking, you know, the long-term view on Stripe, but usually it's set up on the monthly. So the long-term vision, holding the long-term vision was the biggest piece for me. And I remind myself of that every single day. I remind my clients of it. And a bad day doesn't mean a bad business. A bad week, even a bad month doesn't mean a bad business. And it's okay to have those moments where it's a little bit more challenging. Another piece that you shared recently, actually, about, you know, scaling to 100K cash months. I was like, you know, I'm feeling like it's coming for me. Maybe by the end of the year or next year, but I'm feeling it deeply. Like 100K cash months is here. What was your biggest takeaway? And you were like, you know what? Like 100K cash month is not a big business. Like if you look at other entrepreneurs and what they've created, like 100K cash month can still be considered like a small business. And you can like, there's no capped income. Like when you're an entrepreneur, there's no limit. The limit does not exist. And I work with a lot of people that are dreaming of a 5K month and a 10K month, and they think it's going to change their entire life. And I mean, of course, having 10K come every month is amazing for some people. But I've had 10K months for like 3 years now, over 10K months. And I have to tell you, like you have them now and you're like, okay, well, let's go. Like there's so much more I can do. Like this just one level, but there's so much more to unlock. And the more you unlock in terms of revenues, obviously the more you grow as a human being and your capacity increases and life becomes so much more fun. So yeah, I'm not, I don't want to say I'm not impressed now that I'm having those 20, 25K, 30K months, but I'm like, cool. Okay, that's my business. Now I'm ready for more. Like, I'm so grateful for what I have, but I'm so ready for more. And I know like 100K cash month, 500K cash month, like $1 million cash month is so possible and it's closer than we think. Yes.
Yes, come on. We are starting Monday off so big now. I love this. And it's so, I remember you asked me that question. You're like, can you answer it in a way that like no one else would answer it? Or, you know, none of the regular schmegular 100K cash months. Like, tell me something new. And I was like, 100K.
And I remember that TikTok video about 10K cash month. I was like, this is so good. And you got dragged in the comments by some people. And you were like, I don't care. Like, look at me now. Like, of course I think 10K cash month is not that much money. Like, that's why I'm now 100K cash months.
Yes. Yes. I love your quote, what you said, the limit does not exist. And that's so true. We put these big caps, like we want the 100K, and often we don't hit whatever that number is because we put it on this top of the mountain. It feels so far away, but it's actually right in front of us. Like, and that's in my experience of you being in the headquarters, you always lean in. You're like you ask the best questions. You lean in, you're coachable, you're open to feedback, you practice discernment. You're like, oh, I'm going to take that, not going to take that. And I just loved our last 6 months together, Val. So tell me what your next, like, what is your next level vision for the rest of 2023?
As you saw on my feed, I have the most amazing brand photo shoot last week. And I invested a lot of resources and time, and like, it was so intentional. And it's the first time I did that. So I'm really working on my personal branding so much more this summer. That's something I learned from you too, that to be really intentional about your personal branding. And I wasn't really in the last three years. I was just like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna be me, which is fine. Like, you want to be me, like authentic. You want to be yourself, but like being really intentional about your clothes, about the way you present yourself, about the colors, about your feed is something that has changed the game. And I can see people like being so curious and like, you know, DMing me and being like, oh my God, this is so cool. Like, oh my God, I, like, can't wait to follow that. So right now, this is a big focus. I'm about to rebrand, you know, my membership, my academy, my feed is transforming. I'm wearing colors now. Like, I used to be like the beige girl and like brown and black only. I hired a stylist. I have a new wardrobe. Again, the limit does not exist of how much fun I can have in my life and in my business. And investing more money than ever before in things that are not, you know, a coaching program or a business coach, but that are so important in your business. So this is where my focus is for this summer. Revamping the membership. So the membership is launching again at the end of the month with a new, you know, model and just a new experience for the members and new members that want to jump in. And of course, still focusing on the academy, which is my most transformative program. It's a 6-month program. So we have so many new women joining every month. That's been amazing. Just having, you know, my closer take the calls and like make sure the women are right fit and like support them in their onboarding process. It changed the whole game. And I'm about to have fun also. I'm traveling in the US. It's been a while, a long time coming this summer. So going to San Diego, then going to a wedding. So I'm also going to enjoy my life, which is so important, to just go out in the world and like enjoy your life that you're creating. So that's what's coming in the coming weeks and months, at least for the summer.
My eyes are watering. I'm so excited. Like, I'm manifesting.
Oh my
God,
yes, this is also coming. I swear, it's on my vision board. We're having a VIP weekend maybe next year when my baby doesn't need me so much.
Yeah.
Somewhere around the world.
This is literally, I'm just, you know, I always have been obsessed with you. I comment on your post even when I don't know what you're saying in French. I'm just like, yeah.
That's something that's also coming. I'm going to start dripping a little bit more content in English because my podcast is relaunching. That's something else. And I'm going to have French and English content. So I can feed TikTok a little bit with English content and see where that goes. So you might see a little bit of English Val popping here and there.
This is the coolest thing ever. Well, this
I
has been
know.
the best 20 minutes of my morning. Like I'm
Thank you so much.
celebrating you massively. High cash month, your recurring systems, your scalable product suite. And the biggest piece for me is you said, I'm just living my life. Like I'm living my life to the fullest, happiest. You have recurring revenue coming in. So this is just like,
thank you so much. It's been
incredible.
such a joy working with you, and it's not the end, obviously. Like, again, VIP weekend mastermind. I'm so excited to join your world again soon. And just watching you've given me the biggest permission. Like that's like I paid you to give me permission, basically. Like it's been incredible, and this has been the best morning, best way to start my day and week.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Val, for coming on. If you just joined the live or if you're watching the replay, go follow Val. Go see what she's up to, her membership, her
Thank you so
academy, and
much,
thank you for
Bridge.
coming on, Val. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.